Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog, and yeah, we just came off a tough loss on the road. We are 3-2 on the road uh, in these last 5 games. For the most part, we played good basketball, but tonight loss hurt us. Large part of us felt like going into that second. A lot of the fans felt like going into that second half, we should have been able to win the game. And the way they came out, Dort hit some threes, which that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. But I think the Nets fans is really upset well, I'll speak for myself. I can't speak for everybody, right? But what I will say is this. In that third quarter, I would have liked to see Jacque Vaughn create points from the paint, attack the paint, put pressure on the rim. I listened to his post game interview and after the game, and basically he said he's keeping the starters in and doing it the way he's doing it to give these guys some experience to gain chemistry with this specific rotation and starting five. Because they wondering, we all wondering why Cam Thomas not playing, Yuta not playing, Ed Sumner not playing, and for the most part, he wants the starters to gain some chemistry and cohesiveness, which I totally understand. I totally get that. But at the same time, if what we doing isn't working, then we couldn't come back from being down, being outscored by 18 in the third quarter. They outscored us by 18 in the third quarter, and it made it tough for us to come back in the game. At the end of the day, that's in my opinion what happened. The large part of what happened. The third quarter speaks volumes. And again, when you look at that third quarter, it's nasty work. Our shot selection was nasty work. I don't think we hit any threes in that third quarter. We missed all threes, all our threes. So, boom. This is the third quarter. Look in the third quarter. This what happened in the third quarter. Look at all of those X's right there. All of those are missed perimeter three pointers, and why we out the game. This is why we lost the game. And Jacque Vaughn, listen, I always back you, and I agree that you are a good coach. But I don't want your stubbornness. Like Jacque Vaughn, you're right for wanting to get the chemistry and the cohesiveness before the playoffs, and we at a disadvantage to not open up the rotation because we only got these players, for a good 30 games max after the trade deadline. So it's complicated to me to say that Jacque Vaughn is totally our fault. Some of it is like you win some, you lose some. You know what I'm saying? And ultimately, I feel like the reason why we didn't like Nash as fans is because he wouldn't make the adjustment. The difference between him and Jacque Vaughn is Jacque Vaughn explains why he didn't make the adjustment. And his reason is valid. So I won't go hard. You know what I mean? He's the coach. I'm the fan. I still feel like if the three ball is not working, attack the paint. You know what I'm saying? Attack the paint. We scored most of our points from the free throw line that quarter, to be quite honest. A lot of our points came from the free throw line in that third quarter. And this way we lost the game. You know what I mean? We could go through all. We could talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Nets fans is the best fans. Y'all know that. But ultimately, this is how I feel. That third quarter lost us because Jacque Vaughn would not stop shooting threes. And that's my discrepancy. Is that there should be a situation where you know we attack the paint. We put pressure on the paint. Like how many 2-pointers that we have and how many 3-pointers that we have. That's what I need to look at right now. How many 2-pointers did we have and how many 3-pointers did we have? We dropped down to the sixth place. You know what I'm saying? And it's tough. It's tough. It's a tough loss. And I don't know. I think we toggle. I thought we wasn't gonna come back to the sixth place, honestly. But we toggle between 6 and 5 as a recent with the Knicks, and they're a tough team. They playing tonight versus Portland, and I think if they lose, we go back to fifth place. But for right now, we in sixth place, and we can't rely on them losing for us to go up in the standings. Even though that's what happened last time, but we were winning too. So you know. That being said, listen, I'm upset. I'm not even gonna pretend like I'm not. I really wanted to win that game. Um, we took 41 3-pointers and we took 41 2-pointers. I disagree. I think this is a discrepancy. Even the Thunder, when you look at their shot selection, they shot 65 times in the 2-pointers and 33 3-pointers. So ultimately, they had 98 shots. We had 82. So they must have out rebounded us crazy, and it must have been turnovers. We had 17 turnovers. 17 turnovers. They had 51 boards, 14 offensive. I seen some of that too. It was atrocious, man. Dinwiddie with 6 turnovers. He had a rough game tonight. But that's what I'm saying. About Jack Vaughn. He'll whatever happens with Dinwiddie happens with Dinwiddie. Like I want to see him be able to make adjustments with Dinwiddie too, especially when you got Cam Thomas and Ed Sumner on the bench. We should be able to go to them. You know what I'm saying? When Dinwiddie having a bad game. Facts. That's how I feel. SRK says YJV hates Ed Cam Uta like they are dating his daughter. Like, bro, I don't think he hate them. I think he trying to get this unit ready for the playoffs because every coach tighten up their rotation uh, for the playoffs and in the playoffs. So I think that's what he's doing. But I do want to see him make them adjustments. I seen Cam Thomas, Yuta, and Ed Sumner put up big minutes and big points and help us win big games when called upon. And for them not to get no minutes because of the new players, I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I mean, I think they should get some minutes. And I could see he's switching up the roster and Kim and in my opinion, as Yuta not getting minutes because Joe Harris and Royce O'Neal is the sixth and seventh man. And if he go deeper than that, he'll go to Nerlens Noel to relieve Claxton. But that been his rotation as of late, as of recent. And I ain't gonna lie, man, this shit got me fed up, bro. This shit got me fed up. I'm over here on pins, and I mean, I don't think we should. You shouldn't fret, even if we lose the you know, if we stay in the sixth spot, we shouldn't worry. I don't think this is a time for us to worry. I think it's a time for us to reflect on tonight's game and see where we went wrong. And I just want to give a shout out to Mikal Bridges, man. He playing great basketball since he been a Brooklyn Nets, man. He had 34. Like, god damn, he just a bucket like that for real? He's automatic. He just came here and been balling. And I'm for it. I'm all for it. You know? I'm all for it. I'm happy he's here. Happy he's a Brooklyn Net. I'm even happy the trade happened. Yes, I said it. I said it. I said it, and I meant it. I'm happy the trade happened. I am. I feel like we got a bigger window to win the championship, not just this season. You know, I feel like with the roster that we have, it was a championship a bust team, and before it could bust, they left. They said fuck the bus and left. You know, they didn't want to see it out, but now they got to go against each other to get to the Western Conference to get to the finals. And KD's not even playing. Like I said, Nets fans is not teasing it's KD. We not even talking none of that shit about to KD because when he was here, he played great basketball and was the leader of our team. So I don't like to throw salt on KD. I would it's I wish what happens and with this him with the Suns didn't happen. I would have loved to see him compete on the West, even come out the West and lose to the Brooklyn Nets in the finals. That's just the kind of fan I am. I would have loved to see that. Um, but that being said, listen, I understand why fans feel the way they feel. And everybody's on pins and needles right now trying to figure out what's going to happen with the standings. You look at what happened tonight, Wednesday. No, that's Tuesday. Sorry, Tuesday. Oh, New York, the Knicks is beating Portland big time in the fourth quarter. Look like they're gonna win. Uh, Phoenix and Milwaukee too close to say. Washington and Detroit, their games don't really matter. Cleveland and Charlotte, that game matter. I'm just talking about the standings. So you got Toronto that won tonight. You got Washington. I'm looking at the East Coast games for the most part. You got Toronto, Cleveland, right? Washington, and it looked like the Knicks are gonna win that game. The Knicks surprisingly lose that game. They just a bunch of Knicks that just do a bunch of Knicks shit, I guess. But SRK says I think Cam will leave next season. If he does leave, I think he will shine elsewhere, and we will miss him. Yeah, yo, SRK, you spot on with that, man. I totally agree. KD was his big bro, and Kyrie was his bro. And he's seen how the Brooklyn Nets handled the KD and Kyrie situation. Um, I think Cam Thomas definitely has some discrepancies with what's going on with his career with the Brooklyn Nets. I think he feels he's proved himself that he could play the game and at a high level and score the ball. And that's my bone to pick with Jack Vaughn. It's I understand you tighten the rotation, but you putting a lot on Spencer to play heavy minutes. And regardless of it being playoffs, it's 16 games. So let's call it what it is. I know you want to get 16 games under your belt with this roster and having this tight rotation, but at what cost? Seth Curry, he's coming in, he's playing big minutes. So without the starting five, we got Royce O'Neal, we got Joe Harris, and we got Seth Curry. So Cam Thomas is behind those guys in the rotation. If Cam Thomas goes to another team, which looks very, I don't even like talking about it because it hurts me to my Nets fan soul every time I discuss it. I do not want to see Cam Thomas leave this team. Cam Thomas is a good player, a generational talent, even. And if you give him the green light, kind of like you give him a Shea, Gilgis Alexander, like we seen tonight, you'll see him progress every season. Every season, Cam Thomas would get better. Last season, Cam Thomas had 10, 20-point games. I said if Cam Thomas get minutes this season, he'll have 20-point games or more. And they cut his minutes. If we was to look at his stats, Cam Thomas, he could definitely average 20 points per game, but he's getting a lot of DNPs, and the minutes that he's getting is slim to none. I seen Cam Thomas get in the game today. I was surprised. When I seen him, I was kind of surprised. Like, oh shit, they put him in the game. And he only got 3 minutes, Ken Thomas only got 3 minutes, man. It was sad to see. It was sad to see. He's such a great talent. I don't want to see him go nowhere and bust our ass. He's gonna come back to the Brooklyn Nets and whoop us. I don't want to see it. Yo, listen, man. Oh man. My thing is, why even bother with getting good draft picks just to use them as trade pieces, knowing that they could be useful for our team right now? When we went on that scoring drought in the second half, I was hoping we put Cam Thomas in, but we kept chucking up threes, trying to narrow the lead, try to cut the lead down by putting threes up, and that shit don't work for us, man. It just don't, you know. It just don't. If it did, I would support it, but it don't, you know. We played 69 games, 39 and 30 after 69 games. We don't have much room for. We have no comfort zone. Miami is right there. Miami is right there. We gotta bounce back after this loss. I know we play the Kings next. They're a tough act, but so are we. We got one of the better defensive teams in the league. And listen, tonight one of the things that got me irked me so much was that Giddy don't go to the paint to put pressure on the rim. He go to pass. It's like you almost. It's like they did the play like 5 times in a row. I could not believe it. Him's like to Saric. It was like, yo, nah, man, guard that. I knew the play was happening. I knew the play what they was about to do. The play, you know. Shit just got me real frustrated right now. You know, I ain't gonna cut. Um, our home record is 19-12. So our away record is what 20-18. We about to play a lot of home games, Brody. We about to play a lot of home games. Oh man, tonight loss was tough. Tough. But yeah, man. Listen, I listened to Mikal Bridges after the end of the post game. He's a high spirit guy. He's definitely willing to, accept what he did wrong and willing to, do better next game. But that's how it is sometimes, man. T Sweezy said you let me down. How I let you down? I don't even see what I don't even know what you talk about, bro. JB bench came after a dumb play, but Spence been doing dumb plays whole night, but he never benches Spence like Atkinson did when D'Lo was here. That's a valid point, bro. Right. And I think that's what it is with Jack Vaughn. Jack Vaughn, he won't bench Spence, man. He don't trust. I don't know, but my thing is play Ed Sumner. If you don't like Cam Thomas, play Ed Sumner. Ed Sumner is a downhill player that can find shooters in the corner. And he put pressure on the rim big time. Man, shout out to SRK. I feel like this a lot. And I seen Jack Vaughn be the assistant coach for Kenny Atkinson. He could take a page out of his book. He getting this, taking all of these threes. He get this shit from Steve. He get it from Steve Nash and D'Antoni. But one of the more frustrating things that I see too is us coming down, just taking like one pass, looking for a shot. We could take better shots than that, man. We could do way better. T Sweezy says, Nets, I hope y'all get the fifth or fourth seed. I want to see that Nets Knicks matchup first round. It's possible. We'll see. You look at the standards, I keep saying that I don't think we stay in 6. I don't. I keep saying that we got to get fourth, but fourth is pulling away. Fourth is slowly pulling away. It's look like we're going to get that fifth or sixth seed. If we get the sixth seed, we play Philly if playoffs started now. If we get the fifth, we play Cleveland. So, look, I mean, we got to compete versus any team, but who do we match up versus better? Philly or Cleveland? I would probably say Cleveland. I would say Cleveland. Just be, but I don't know, man. We're going to have to see. This is a new team. I never really seen Mikal Bridges and us playing cohesively, playing our best basketball as a team, as a unit, play one of these better teams like Philly. Even when we played Milwaukee the other day, we didn't have our roster in there. And we played Philly, we had our roster for like a day or two. And it was a tight game. And we could have won that game. It could have went either way. So, matter of fact, we might match up good versus Philly. That might be the matchup we want. But when you look at 4 and 3 and 4, it's hard to say who's gonna be 3 and 4. Fuck around. Who's to say that Boston gonna be number 2? You know what I'm saying? It looked like Milwaukee running away with the number 1 spot. But I don't know, between Boston, Philly, and Cleveland, I feel like that shit up in the air. I don't know how that's gonna play out, to be honest. I feel like it could go either way. It could go. That shit could. It's too early to say. I know our schedule is tough, and it ain't gonna get no easier for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure. You look at our schedule. I know we got Sacramento next. So how we start in March with a loss versus the Knicks. Then we beat Boston. Then we beat Charlotte. Then we beat Houston. And we lost to Milwaukee. Then we beat Minnesota. Then we beat Denver. Then we lost to OKC. We winning more than losing, so that's good. And what we do in the standings is going to say a lot when we play Cleveland on those back-to-back games. That's going to say a lot. What? Yeah, those are huge. And then we play Miami. So okay, we home versus Sacramento, Denver, Cleveland twice. So we got our next 4 games is home. We need to take this at advantage. I need everybody in the Brooklyn Brigade to be hype as possible. I need all of the fans to be hype as possible, man. Word. SRK says Spence trying too hard to outdo Bridges like he did with D'Lo. I don't know, man. I like Spence, you know what I'm saying? But I do feel like Jacques Vaughn need to sit him down when he's cold, because we could go to we could go to you know different players. We don't have to go through Spencer. And you got Ed Sumner and Cam Thomas that could go to the paint too. You got Seth Curry that will go to the paint, but we got other players. I don't want to see these players play heavy minutes when they're cold like that. Like, I guess some of it is playing through it. Excuse me, right? Some of it is playing through it, but come on, man. Like, come on, man. And let me be specific, right? Let me be specific. We're gonna get to the third quarter. So this is the third quarter. We're gonna go through it because this is where the discrepancy is. And I'm gonna tell you where I wanted Cam Thomas to be inserted in the game, because we was on a scoring drought, you know. And my thing is, sometimes that's what it is. When the team that we guarding, they gonna learn how to score on us, and you know we got to be able to combat that sometime with offense, and just try to put up points as well. So soon as the third quarter start, Dort hit a three, and we try to answer it with Doe from the right corner. He misses. Okay, cool. Then Jalen gets the OKC gets the board. They miss a three. Clax get a board. Spence goes to the drives to the basket, misses. Giddy gets the rebound. He makes a coast to coast. I think I've seen that play. He goes makes the layup. Um, Dort missed a three after that. Now this is 10 minutes in, and Bridges gets the rebound. 10 minutes in, it's 62-57. So we pretty much not scoring from the beginning of the quarter. We haven't scored. They're scoring. They're not scoring a lot, but they're scoring. Okay, now we got some points. Bridges hits his free throws. Now we got 64. Dort hits a three, makes it 64-60. Right? Boom. CJ take a three, misses. They get the board. Dort hit another three, make it a 1-point game. We up 64-63. Bridges missed a 12-foot driving floating jumper. So when we need a basket, we go into Bridges. I could see that. There's a jump ball. 65-63. Free throws. 66-63. We trying to hold them off. We still got the lead by 3. Got the lead. 67, 63. Clacks at the line, make it 67. Uh, 69. Spence assisted by Bridges. Mikal Bridges, 69, 63. Shea comes down, hit a pull up, 10 footer. 65, 69. Us, 71, 65. But Spence hit the Spencer Dinwiddie hit the 19-foot setback jumper. 3-pointer by Jalen Williams. Bridges for a dunk, 73-65. Us. Jalen Williams hit a 3, 73-68. Now look how long we got 73. Boom. Dort hit a 3, 71-73. Us. Right. Now we just going. Time is going 5 minutes. Going all these minutes. We hit a. CJ get fouled. He missed his first free throw. Hit his second. 74-71. Look, we in the 70s. 75-71. 75-73. Now they tied it up. 4 minutes into the third. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. They tied up at 75. They tied up at 75. Hold on. He said we love Spence, but he needs competition as PG. Yeah. Yeah, we need something in Cam Thomas to help him out in there, man. In my opinion. Yeah. Dort hit another 3. They took the lead 78-75. And they pretty much had the lead after that. You know, we didn't tie the game or anything like that. As a matter of fact, 75-75 was the last time it was a tie. They took the lead and never looked back. And that's because we couldn't score the ball. We only had 20 points in the quarter. So there you have it. You know what I mean? If we want to play a better brand of basketball and stay competitive, we gotta be willing to not commit to the 3. We shouldn't say like we should attack the paint and put pressure on the rim. You know, 41 threes, 41 twos. That's not getting it done for us. Not at that percentage. If you look at the percentage, it's like, you know, we not setting the tone and controlling the pace or tempo. We just trying to we trying to stay we're trying to stay with what they're doing. They're controlling it and we're trying to keep up. That's what's happening. And we can't win like that. Andre B says, tough loss, on to the next one. Yeah, man, that shit was tough. I ain't gonna cap, man. That was tough. I always feel like I want to see us do as much as possible to compete, and I feel like, you know, some of it is you gotta ride with the coach. You know what I mean? He did what he did so he could prepare for the playoffs. He went ran a tight 7. What was it? Like pretty much an 8-man rotation. You know, I thought he could have did some things different, but I still got his back. I'm still on his side, man. I still think he a good coach. Oh, SRK said, "Man, we still can't get rebounds. Even tough. Our team is not that small, right? Still getting out rebounded. They, in my opinion, giving up too many offensive rebounds. We got to slow them down. Even if we don't grab a lot of offensive rebounds, I definitely want to see us get more defensive rebounds, so that way the other team, the opposing team, doesn't, get all of these second chance points." We don't want them to feel like they could just take threes because they could crash the boards if they miss the 3. We want them to feel like if they miss that shot, we got possession because we grabbing the rebound. We need to establish that dominance with grabbing the rebounds on the defensive side of the ball. Not necessarily the offensive side of the ball. We don't need offensive rebounds, but we definitely want teams to know we're going to play you tough and you're going to get one shot. The chances of you scoring from an offensive basket, you shouldn't count it, in your scouting report. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I said, man, we are work in progress. I like what we doing. I like what we doing. Andre B says, Cavs, Knicks, or Nets. Knicks first round will be fireworks. All facts. All facts. We know this too. Shout out to Jack City, man. Jack City, uh, he said, I don't want no smoke, just stop by. So okay, shout out to Jack City. We do KVN who run the city the podcast. Well, he a big part of what we do, instrumental in helping me and my guy T Time. T Time, he's a Nick fan. I got a show called Knicks and Ish. She's my co-host on Saturdays at 11 a.m. KVN who run the city the podcast. That's Nets versus Knicks, and yeah, we do that every Saturday now. It was coming on Fridays, but now it's every Saturday. And shout out to Kev, he helps. If T Time not there, and shout out to Jay, he'll pull up. And you know what I'm saying, if I'm not there as a Nets fan, and it's a lot of fun. We had a barbecue last summer. Just to show you the energy in the city is, but it's love. It's not, it's love. So that being said, I feel like I want to see it too. Throw some ones in the chat if y'all want to see the Nets and the Knicks in the first round, man. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I do. I do. SRK says Sabonis will eat against us. Sabonis talking about. You talking about this? I got you. You talking about the sack game? Yeah, man. Listen, I like Clax and he be holding his own, but Clax gotta be careful because they attack Clax a lot to try to get him in foul trouble to get him off the floor. So we gotta be careful about that. Gotta be careful about that. Excuse me. And they did a hacker Clax earlier. They did a hacker Clax in the game, man. That shit hurt us, man. We gotta get better on that. We gotta get better with that. Word. But realistically, I just feel like we need some help, man. Like Clax needs some help. And as much as I want Nerlens Noel to do it, he gotta get the minutes. He gotta get the experience. You know what I mean? He gotta be the one that is, the go-to guy to play solid minutes so Nick Claxton can be efficient as possible because he's getting rest and he going back 100%. He not burnt out. He not tired and exhausted because he playing minutes that he shouldn't play. We need a solid backup center for Claxton. Especially in the East. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the East. Andre B talking to Jack City. Oh yeah, so they kicking it. He said, "Play Brooklyn. How on earth are we gonna play Brooklyn 4th and 5th seed? Cavs got 4. I ain't gonna front. That should look. It's either we play Philly or Cavs. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. 5 and 6. I think for the rest of the way that we compete. That's a toss up. We don't know how that's gonna play out between the two rivals, the two rival teams of the city. I don't know. I think we could get 5th. I think it's possible. I think it's possible because this team is too close to not compete. We want to compete. Kings on Thursday. That's going to be a tough game. Yeah, they was fighting the Bucks. Lyles and and Brooke Lopez. They got into it. But I blame Giannis. It was his fault. He instigated the whole situation, in my opinion. He walked past the Sacramento King player. Even Fox said it at the end of the game. He was like, if Giannis just dribbled the ball out, this wouldn't have happened. I don't know if he said that verbatim like that, but it was something close to that. And I just look at it like physical team, you're gonna get that from the Bucks, but the refs gotta call it both ways. And with that being said, they gotta see that they're the antagonized the team sometimes that causes the physicality, causes the beefs, the rifts, the fouls, and all of that, causes that kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They bucks. They bucking up. You know what I mean? They that's what they doing. And I just think other teams gonna raise their, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna match that. They're like, oh, all right, that's how you come in. Then they're gonna match it. Don't expect teams to back down to the Bucks, and the refs gotta call it fair. If that's possible. You know, it's so funny, man, that in the playoffs it's a physical game. So the refs, that I see that's more the consistent thing that I've seen watching the playoffs is that the refs lay off of the whistle a little bit, let them play a little bit more, and I like to see it. I like to see it. Word. SRK said, just imagine if we had kept Lopez, Claxton, Lopez would be fired. We would have won more. We would have been a 50 win team by now, probably. Definitely a 45 win team with Brooke Lopez and Claxton. Man, we didn't have Sean Marks to build around Brooke Lopez when he was here. I don't think they really had a solid team around Brooke Lopez, like built around him. Like Brooke Lopez was nice when he was there, man. Shout out to Brooke Lopez. Definitely a fan of Brooke Lopez when he was here. When he left, I was hurt. I was like, damn. I thought he'll never lead the Nets, but he did. But if you ask me, I think he only played 2 teams in his career. I think he played for the Nets and he played for the Bucks, and that's it. I don't know how true that is, but it might be 100% true, you know. But yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Tight. Well, he said SRK said Lopez still our all-time leading scorer. Yeah, yeah. Oh, he played for the Lakers too. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Shout to Andre B, man. All right, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat, man. See my Nets. Yo, shout out to my Nets fans. Nets fans is the best fans. Shout out to SRK. Shout out to Barry. Barry and Nets fans. Yeah, he counts. I see there's more trolls that pull up when we lose, but I want to say I appreciate the Nets fans that pull up too, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Seriously. And yeah, y'all got other fans. Y'all know y'all can pull up. I be fucking with y'all, but y'all can pull up. But yeah, man. I feel like this East with our schedule, just looking at it, that shit not easy. But we not an easy team to beat. I think we get 45 wins this season. I definitely see us getting 6 more wins. I definitely see us getting 6 more wins. We got what? 39 and 29. No, my fault. 39 and 30, 69. We got 13 more games. I think we win half of these games, man. I think we get 45 wins. And I think we gonna yo, man, it's hard to say we gonna get that 5th seed if we don't win games. But we won. When we went on this road trip, which was a tough one, it was 5 games, we were 3-2. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not even upset at that. SRK said, would you take Butler or DeRozan next season? It depends for who and how, you know. It depends how. Jay Hollywood said, Nets fans always gonna be here. Appreciate you. That's facts. Nets fans is the best fans, man. But yeah, man. I think the playoffs is so close. With 13 games left. Let's look at this schedule again, man. Let me give my predictions for what I think we're gonna do for the rest of the schedules. I mean for the schedule and the rest of the games. Let me see. Because those Cleveland games, I think we could split that game. I think we could win all of the games, especially if Jack Vaughn open up that roster. Oh man, listen, I ain't about to go through all of these teams, man. These teams is tough, man. But if I just take a quick glance, I'm gonna say, yeah, we beat all these teams. That's my quick glance, especially if we stay healthy. But tomorrow, I think the X factor is Doe. Doe gotta be like on glue on Curta. They call him Red Velvet. I don't want to see no sweet jumper neither, man. Play defense on him the whole night. Listen, man, that 1-2 between Herder and Sabonis is gonna be tough for us to guard, man. The best way we could guard that is watch film, man. Please watch film and see what they trying to do, man, because you know they're gonna be a tough act. Sabonis and Herder, Fox penetrate dish with Fox. Man, defense we gonna have to play. And we gonna have to do it for 4 quarters because we did it that first half this game, but you can't do that in the NBA. 20-point leads go away easy. We done came back from 20-point leads. We're a newly assembled team. Go on runs before you know it. The score different. The score different. Sacramento is one of the best teams on offense. The Brooklyn Nets are one of the best teams on defense. Who wins that matchup? Who wins that matchup? You know? Who wins that matchup? Rebounds. Individual leaders scoring. I'm looking at the stats. I'm trying to see. Claxton is second in blocks behind Jared Jackson Jr. Second in blocks. Okay. 2.6. Average 2 blocks a game. Man. Rebounding is what we really need help with. We need somebody to clean glass. Like they come in, get boards. They did to do the dirty work. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. We need somebody coming in, grab boards and you know what I'm saying? Just check dudes. Take charges. Grab boards, take charges, give fouls when necessary. Don't give them no free points. Send them to the free throw line. We need somebody gritty. We need somebody to play with that grit. I think we get 42 wins by next week, though. He said, SRK said, Spencer style. He talking about when he talking to the refs, he be tired, right? Yeah, I'm saying Spence probably went to school to be a lawyer. Yeah, I think Spence went to college to be a lawyer. If he wasn't an NBA player, he'd be a defense lawyer. You should see how he defend everything he do out there. He got something to say as soon as he finished the play. Like, yo, how you ain't see that? You had to see that. SRK said refs always bad against us. Yo, man, listen, they was all right tonight, man. They gave us 20 free throws in the third quarter. I guess they was trying to, I don't know, but they was fouling us. Real shit. And for the whole game, uh, shit, we had what, 34 free throws? They had 23. We made 25 out of 34. We missed 9. So we had more free throws than them. But they was getting a lot of and ones. It just made it seem like a lot. They was getting a lot of points in the paint, man. They was hurting us. Word. Yeah, man. Yo, listen, I ain't gonna lie, man. This was a tough game to watch, man. Word. He said even Cam get more calls than Spence. That's funny as hell, but it's true. But that's why I be tight at Cam SRK is because it's like, yo, why you don't go to the paint and put pressure on the rim? You know they gonna foul you. That's part of your game. That's part of your game. Jay Hollywood said Dayron might not be ready defensively, but he's the best rebounder we have. That's a fact. And I think that's up to Coach Vaughn to utilize him in a way where, okay, this is the lineup or the rotation he should be in. Maybe Dayron Sharp is not in every rotation, but he in, you know what I mean? Depending on how you see fit, but he got to fit somewhere because you kept him on the roster. We didn't use him as a trade piece, and that's my thing. If we didn't use Dayron Sharp, Cam Thomas, Ed Sumner, Utah Watanabe as a trade piece, they should be getting minutes. Get those guys minutes, man. Let them play. Let them play. I like Clax this season, man. He didn't make the All-Star game, but he was an honorable mention. Like, he played good basketball, yeah. For real, for real. Clax been doing his thing. I got love for you, Clax. You been playing, you been doing your thing, man. I ain't gonna cap, man. Anybody say something about Clax, man? Nah. I can't have that. I can't have them talking crazy about Clax. Not Clax. Not averaging 12 and 9. Not Clax. What he doing this last? What he do tonight? 12 and 12. Clax be playing the numbers. He had 20 and 6 at the midi yesterday. That shit was all over the news. Did it. Like Sports said it. Did it. I miss Sports said it. I forgot how. Did it. There you go. That shit was all over. Clax with the midi. 18 and 13. He be putting up numbers. He damn near averaging a double. Clax playing big minutes too, man. 38 minutes, 28, 35, 20s. Yeah, you gotta get back in the 20s, man. He been playing big minutes. No. Gotta give Jack Vaughn credit. He's been managing Clax minutes pretty good. Pretty good. It's hard to keep him on the floor though sometimes, man. They be trying to get him in foul trouble. I feel like that's what we need. We need another big man in the paint holding it down. That's all K said. But after the trade, his points have dropped. Yeah, he ain't getting them open looks because they got KD at his spot with the gravity that he brings, the double that he draws from the defense. They have to double him. So Nick Clax be open for the alley oop, man, and things that such, So it is what it is. I I still like how he play. He play with passion. He play with purpose. He get busy. He get busy, man. He one of the he trying to get depoy. And the guys that he can't hold, they can't do nothing with him too. Even with that Denver game, everybody talk about what Jokic did. Nah, Jokic did work. He did. But what Clax did, right? We talk about what he did, but what Clax did. Clax gave you 20 and 6 versus Jokic. I ain't mad at that. Perfect from the free throw line. Made sure that they didn't want to try him. They did not want to try him because he was perfect from the free throw line. That's right there. That part. If he could learn that part of his game and he be better at free throw percentage, and they can't use Hacker Clax against the Brooklyn Nets in winning. Look how much we won by last night, and look how Clax is 4 for 4. We missing. Listen, he missing free throws and making free throws could change the game, and it's what I want to see him get better with this playoff series. With Clax shot in the playoffs for the free throw line, I know he wants to improve that from last season to this season. I know that's what Clax want to do, and that's what he's getting ready to do. I think that's why we believe in Clax, because we know that he care about winning with the Brooklyn Nets. And Nets fans is the best fans. We got your back over here, Clax. Big fan, Breezy is the Brooklyn Nets vlog page. Got your back over here, man. You playing good basketball, man. All Nets fans, dude. I got some being extra. I mean, I don't see how any Nets fans could be mad at Clax. Everybody, not really saying they want to keep this one and that one, and pretty much this one and that one could go. But we all gotta agree that we keeping Clax. Throw some ones in the chat if we keeping Clax, man. We build around Clax. We build around Mikal Bridges. We build around the Twins, and we build around Spencer Dinwiddie. Me personally, I like the core that we building, but I do want to include Cam Thomas in there, man. I want to see that work, man. We gotta make that work. Gotta make that work. Spencer Cole, insert Cam Thomas. Don't give him 3 minutes. Give him 30 minutes. The type of team that OKC is, they the youngest team. So why we not playing our youngest players? We got Cam Thomas here, his second year. He left when he was a rookie in college. Yeah, young player. Let him run with those guys out there. What we talking about? Jalen Williams is a player that just got the OKC. He's a rookie. He put up big numbers tonight. Hurt us, as a matter of fact. Play your young guys. Yeah, stay with the vets. Give them the heavy minutes to get ready for the playoffs, but don't ignore Cam Thomas like he not in the room. We're not gonna do that. Jacque Vaughn, I'm not gonna. Come on, man. Come on, man. You gotta know this. You gotta know this. I need you to know this. Facts. Not gonna do my guy like that, man. Yeah, we not gonna have scoring droughts, and you ain't gonna hear from us. Nah, we not gonna let that slide, Jacque Vaughn. I'm not. It's honor. It's honor and respect. You the coach of the team. Remember that. It's honor and respect. Remember that. But you're not gonna pretend like you ain't got Cam Thomas on your team. You ain't gonna pretend like you ain't got Cam Thomas on your team. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do that. Yo, shout to Leaf. What up, Leaf? Hold on. Hold on. I'm not. I promise you, I'm not gonna put Jacque Vaughn in the pen. But I gotta talk to him. I gotta get this off my chest. Hold up. You not gonna pretend like you ain't got somebody that can't score 40 points for you if necessary. You see us go on scoring droughts because we playing the starters big minutes, and sometimes they might just be tired. They fatigued. They shots not falling because of it. You talking about they're gonna do that in the playoffs, but guess what? I get you. I'm with you, but consider this. It's 16 games in the playoffs with 2 days apart for each game. They get more rest in the playoffs. I get why you building them there, but in somewhere in this, you can add Cam Thomas. When Spencer's fatigued, you don't like Cam Thomas, add Sumner. You don't like this. You got options. And the significance of what I'm saying is not that they my favorite player, Leaf, and all the Nets fans in the chat. And I'm saying I feel like we get to pressure on the rim with Ed Sumner, and he gives us a 2-point game, a 2-point attack. He gets to the free throw line, and if you're gonna be dominant with 3-pointers, we took 41 3-pointers. We had 41 2-pointers. Nah, man, Jacque Vaughn, you gotta get this work. Yeah, I'm not gonna put you in the pen, Jacque Vaughn, but you gotta get this work. We just getting started.
You know what, bro? I'm gonna try to remain calm right now because I had a couple of hours to cool off. I damn near fucked up. I know I fucked up something. I threw something. I don't remember what it was.
Oh man.
But tonight, realistically, the on the boards and keeping these niggas out of the paint and staying in front of them, like this is the first off, we did not do our homework on this OKC team. That's one. We didn't. Because if we did our homework, we would have known that they the third highest pace in the league. They got 30 something wins on the season for a reason. They record don't indicate who they really are.
They
That's
compete.
one. They
They
compete.
compete.
Yes, exactly. Giddy, when you got Giddy getting by you like as a secondary ball handler, no. Mm-mm. No, I expect SGA because SGA like to use his body, he like to move up. I expect that, but no, the rest of these niggas, Lou Dort having the third quarter that he had, never mind the defensive end. But getting back to your shit about what was it? The subs.
Yeah,
Dinwiddie was out there, clearly sporadic, clearly tired, clearly winded, clearly gassed out, clearly frustrated
right.
because he's not getting what he's I guess what he's accustomed to getting in this. And I said this shit on your last video. I said, yo, he can't have times when he getting sporadic because this is not going to help us going forward. He need to have his poise and have his patience down the stretch of games like we had in Denver. You don't go from beating the number one team in a own home fucking building and then
Mhm.
losing a game like this. You cannot do that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
cannot do that.
And to add to that, shout out to John in the comments. He said we need to put Sumner and Yuta back. Now I address Sumner. I'm gonna say this about Yuta to add to what Leaf said about Spencer. Spencer and the rest of those guys they fatigue. And to add to what I said to the point, uh, you get 2 days off, or you get more days off when it's the playoffs. You giving them playoff situations, and I guess you want them you building them like that, so they're gonna be built. We gonna be built like that when we get there, and I think you feel like this is part of the process, regardless of the outcome. We getting that experience, and that part I get. But you don't want somebody like Cam Thomas to go cold on you when you know he could heat up. And as much as a fan, we might not look at it like, yo, we like the process. Listen, my thing is, if you got Yuta, who led the league when he was getting minutes in 3-point percentage, and then we become a team that try to average 40 plus threes, Yuta should be able to get one, two, or three of those threes. So that part, like, yes, Yuta should be getting some minutes. Joey been heating up and playing good basketball, but that don't mean you forget about Yuta. That don't mean you forget about Ed Sumner. So I'm with you, John. How you feel about that comment in the chat, Lee?
I feel like that's definitely more options, especially when you on a road trip and you trying to end out a road trip and you need to rest the starters because the next 13 games, 10 of them is at home. That's one. Two, we need to work on like the
Right.
rotations that like when we had the rotations, what we did in the Milwaukee game, I appreciate the Milwaukee loss more than anything because that told me that at least gave me a visual of what Coach Javon was trying to do as a coach to me. And when
Right.
I look back at that game, like never mind the 98 points off the bench, never mind all that shit. The
Nah, he
fact that
gonna
we
get this
played,
work. As soon as you're
yeah,
done, he gonna get this work.
yeah. But the fact that he was willing to play more people off the bench and more people that wasn't going to be in like the basic rotation. I understand you want to go with your main eight, even though we in March, even though we this late in the season, but still having options. You mentioned Yuta, you mentioned Sumner. We didn't even bring up Patty Mills, who led our team against the number one seed Bucks at on the road and was and was a 5 point game and brought us back in that game and led our team and damn near outscored everybody within more. He had more points than minutes, if I'm not mistaken. If I go back to that night, you mentioned Sumner, you mentioned Yuta, like. I wanted to see Cam. I was surprised to see. I knew I was going to see because we're playing a young team, so you want to add more young bodies to that.
Bro, he
I was
had three
expecting to see
minutes,
Sumner,
man.
but I was
3 minutes.
expecting. Yeah, he had 3 minutes, but I was expecting to see Sumner, and this tells me that as a coach, there's a little bit of panic, and when you got a little bit of panic, this late in these games in these portions where you not even okay, yo, let's see, yo, I'm gonna see if this work is last game. If anything go left, we could just throw the starters in. They're gonna be fresh. Fourth quarter, they know what to do. They watching everything. I could tell Dinwiddie is a good watcher, especially when he's on the bench, but he can't be sporadic. That's the thing about it. He can't be sporadic. When he's sporadic, that's when he start making crazy decisions. He start driving wild. He don't get the calls. He start losing his mind. He has to maintain his cool. That's on him. I understand that. But Coach Javon got to get him out earlier in that third quarter. You got to get him out. You can't have him out there just bleeding to death. It's like when you playing 2K and you leaving your niggas out there and the damn stamina is decreasing, and you still want them out there because they
Right.
your starters.
No, absolutely. To add to that, what I will say is, listen, I'm just adding to that, because you're spot on. And the problem is you got confidence. Like, even though you want these guys to be ready, they looking at it like, yo, you should be confident in me. You know what I'm saying? Before these starters got here, I was your guy. Like, before they got here, when KD and Kyrie was on the roster, we was the ones. We was your guys. Like, as a coach, I want to see him build a relationship with Ed Sumner, Yuta, and Cam Thomas. They deserve minutes. And Jack Vaughn in a post game interview said Cam Thomas came up to him and asked him about his minutes. Like, yo,
Yeah,
what's good? Like,
you know,
yo, and rightfully so, though, Leaf. Rightfully so.
yes, or yeah, and Breeze, you did talk about that on your last show, and I was looking at that interview, and that gave me the indication that Cam Thomas has something, something he wants to get. But the thing is, how Coach Javon want to play him. He want to play him as realistically, he wants to play him as the backup guard. So he got to make better decisions, not just scoring, because we all know he could score. It's all about like what his playmaking ability is like and how can he create for others. We already know he could create for himself. I think
Mhm.
that's one of the things that he needs to work on, obviously. But we just late in the season. We got what we got. Da 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 da. Whatever. My thing is, what about everybody else? What about Patty? What about Yuta? What about Sumner? What Noel? Like what we signed him for? You know what I'm saying? He barely got minutes tonight, and then we went small in spaces where we still getting out rebounded by a much younger, energetic team in
Yeah,
OKC. These are
yeah,
some young boys. These niggas is 20 something, bro. Like they
yeah,
could be playing in March Madness. Some of them
yeah,
right now. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So they're gonna give effort.
Yeah, check out. Look at Jay Hollywood's comment. He said Dayron might not be ready defensively, but he the best rebounder we have. That's facts.
That's a fact.
Because when we was playing when he played on the Pacers, or anytime you look at that stat line, like, he out there, he gonna get offensive rebounds too. Like,
Exactly.
he get up, like, and he could play with his back to the basket. He could play with his back to the basket. I seen him in the paint. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? He get up. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I think these last 10 to 13 games is gonna see not just test how Coach Javon is growing as a coach and as a strategist, not just as a strategist, not just as a game planner, man, and all of that, but everything else in between. And the thing is, man, like we gotta understand when to make the right adjustments, when to make the right subs, when to make the right game planning,
Right.
and all of that, bro. Like because they gonna go to him. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing
Yeah.
is, Dinwiddie is gonna be Dinwiddie. What we got is what we got from the players, but it's his responsibility to know, to understand. Yo, we got to advance. All right, yo, let me throw this rotation
Yeah.
up in here,
But but
throw him
but
off a little bit.
Right, and that being said, this is what I mean about him being a defensive style coach. You got offensive players; they don't need to be coached on how to run the offense. Just let them get out there and do their thing. You making them nervous by giving them roles. We
Exactly.
don't even have nobody besides Spencer to run the offense the way you want it. So you might as well let Ed Sumner and Cam Thomas do what they did. As far as them next to each other, don't put them in the all situation where it was Ed Sumner and Cam Thomas.
Mm.
Yo, bro, I like that, man. I
Right.
need more of that. I need to see them side by side on a regular basis. And that's what
Ye-
I thought I was going to see. I thought, they were going to get their minutes up, not get their minutes all the way took. But just because, you know what I mean?
Right.
But hold on again. I do agree with Jacques Vaughn about getting these players acclimated to how things are done and its coaching style and the roles and with the pros and cons is what we need to work on, and you only can learn certain things through experience. You can only gain chemistry through experience. I get that part, but that that's not more valid than what the chat said about the stamina and what you said about them having energy. Like, they tired, bro. Like boss, they tired. Like,
Facts.
they get more rest with the playoffs. So I understand you getting them built ready for the playoffs by doing this. But again, remember, you seen Cam Thomas heat up. I'm saying the games we losing are winnable. I felt like tonight game was winnable. I felt like,
Very,
you know what I'm
very.
saying? I don't even that's why fans was mad about the Bucks game because they feel like it's winnable. How many in the last and like I can name maybe 10 games this season I feel like was winnable that we did not win.
The Bucks game made me feel a little bit better because tonight happened. Now I'm more pissed off about tonight than I am about the Bucks game because the Bucks game, I'm like, all right, yo, we played a team that just finished a 16 game win streak. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like the Bucks game. Okay, that showed me something that he can make different moves and different strategies and different adjustments as a coach. But my thing is like continue that. We on a road trip. Yo, we far from Brooklyn. It's OKC. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, that shit is thousand something miles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They gonna be jet lagged. They gonna be worn out. I'm like, fine, yo. If Dinwiddie, Bridges, Claxton, whatever they play 15, 18 minutes a night, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But put your guys that you resting in there
yeah.
with those young guys. Like Darren, you said he young. Let him play with against. Let him go against this young ass team.
Jalen Williams and all that.
Sumner,
Put
yes,
Daron Sharp
Jalen
out
Williams,
there.
like Sumner. Sumner is young. Cam is young. Yuta is
Yo,
young.
yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. We not cooking Jacques Vaughn. This out of love, man. You the Nets head coach, man. We just building with you, bro. But you gonna get this work. Now, Jacques
And
Vaughn. That
yeah,
being
yeah,
yeah,
and
talk
I'm
to
and
talk to him. Talk to him.
yeah, and I'm gonna end this off with this because I'm gonna go on my channel tomorrow, and I got to give a
Put
piece
your
of my
channel
mind
in the
on.
chat. Put it in the chat.
Yeah. I'm gonna get on my channel tomorrow. Hold on. Yeah,
Tag
so
me too, man, so I can notify. I mean, sub
yeah,
it and notify.
yeah. So it's YouTube at hold on, I'm just sending it to you at Lee 4788. Um,
That's it. That's your YouTube page.
yeah. Just at you'll find me. Just at Lee 4788. That's the YouTube page. YouTube.com/. At Lee 4788.
Okay.
So yeah. So I'm gonna end it off like this. I'm gonna go on tomorrow because I'm in no way, shape, or form telling nobody how to do their job, especially if they've been doing it. But by the same token, I'm going off of what I seen before. What I seen in the Bucks game is that you were willing to play guys that you knew were ready. Patty Mills is the conference consummate professional. Got to be playing 18 DMPs and then coming back and leading the team in scoring and almost winning that game against the number
Right.
one seed Bucks. You don't just do that.
Right.
You don't just do that. In the regular season, when you got this deep of a team, you have to remember who like listen, these are the players that was getting clocked before the Bridges, Johnson, and Dinwiddie trade was finalized. We had a 3-game stretch. You remember that? We played Washington. We played
Yeah,
who
I
else? We
remember.
played Phoenix. I think we played the Clippers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And two of those teams is in, in in fights for their lives over in the Western Conference. Two of those games was on TV. I think
Hmm.
they was both TNT games, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
I
And
count
in
the
and
pace
in
of
those
game too.
Yeah,
Uh,
and in those games, Cam Thomas, bro, like at least showed you spurts of what he could do. You don't think he could show you that coming off the bench against their second unit,
Right.
against OKC and their second unit in the big game? Come on, bro. You
Right.
have there has to be you have to protect your main eight. And how you
Yo,
protect your
man.
main eight is by letting the young guys that was doing the lifting and doing the heavy lifting and being in those big games against Phoenix, against the Clippers, against Washington. When Kevin Durant and Kyrie was out and they were sitting out and they was about to get traded and the trades was about to get finalized, these was the guys that was getting run. Yuta, Darren, Sumner, Cam Thomas. These was the guys that was getting clocked. These was the guys that was clocking 40 minutes, man, and they was playing it and they was putting it all on the line in them 3 games. You don't just do that with those players, man. They put it all on the line, and all of those games was all winnable, but they was young. I understand that. But as having them as a second unit, this is one of the reasons why I believed in this team after the trade. Because when you add pieces like the pieces that we added in the way that they playing, if you give them rest and you give them the right amount of rest on a road trip, they're gonna be solid enough. They're gonna be strong enough. And this is the point where they're gonna have enough energy to go out there and finish the games like they're supposed to. And they're gonna have enough energy to get on the boards and get the hustle plays and go after this and go after that. You have to do that, bro. Breeze, you the homie. I got a raise. We gonna talk about this later, but tomorrow I'm going fucking rage. I got to
Yo,
rage, bro.
yeah, yo, man, I'm with you, man.
Yeah, I got
Shout
to
out to
rage.
Leaf,
I'ma holler
man.
at you, bro.
All right, yo,
Yeah,
shout out to
yeah.
Leaf.
Remember my channel. Yeah, remember my channel.
Yeah,
YouTube.com
nah,
forward
I'm a sub
slash
to.
at Leaf 4788. I put it in our chat. I ain't put it in the comments.
Yeah, nah, I seen that. I'm about to sub to it.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'ma holler at you.
All right, later, Leaf.
Yep.
Word. Yo, shout out to Leaf, man. That's fans is the best fans. And yeah, now, like I said, you're gonna get this work. Do not let a generational talent jog on respectfully. You're gonna get this work. Do not let a generational talent. Why I say that? If Cam Thomas went to other teams, he could start, no? Or at least he's getting more minutes than he's getting here. He's not getting DNPs. What? You think not? You agree or you disagree? This is what I'm saying. Now, that being said, I'm saying if you let him play the same way he got to the NBA, he will be great. And we need him to do that. We don't need him to play a role. We need him to play the same way he got to the NBA. We got jump shooters all around him. So you could get the 3 pointers you want by letting him play his game. Let him attack the basket first. Make the defense react. The defense know he gonna pass the ball. He playing scared because they know he playing a role. Let him go. Or he gonna leave us. He gonna leave us for you not letting him do his thing. Let him do his thug dazzle. Nah, respectfully, Jacque Vaughn, let me talk to you. You gonna get this work. Shout out to Loaded Lux. That's not my quote. I don't want to be out there trying to plagiarize somebody's quote. This is obviously Loaded Lux quote. But nah, Cam Thomas could lead the second unit. You want to play Spencer these big minutes? He tired. Cam Thomas gonna come in and give you buckets. What do you mean? Stop giving him a role. Just say, yo, go. You got this. Green light. I green light everything you do. You got this. I seen you score 43 times in a row. You got this. Why he don't got it? He got it. Nah, respectfully, Jacque Vaughn, respectfully. I just need to talk to you. I was looking for your Twitter handle. Like it. I can't even reach you, my guy. Yo, if you know Jacque Vaughn or somebody that knows Jacque Vaughn, 6 degrees of separation, that kind of thing. Let them know that Cam Thomas is there, thirsty, hungry, round one draft pick, 27, hungry. You know that if he got the minutes, you'd be higher in the draft. Yo, he scored 20 points 10 times last season with the minutes that they gave him. We should have been increased his minutes. Yes, I like Seth Curry. He stepped up and he deserved to get more minutes than Cam Thomas. I said it. I see that. But Cam Thomas still deserved to get minutes. Yes, Utah and yes, as Sumner, but specifically, I'm speaking on Cam Thomas. Relax, man. I'm just big fan Breezy. I'm just explaining why it'll behoove the Brooklyn Nets and the Brooklyn Nets fans. That's all we need. That's all we need. Imagine I hear other Nets fans, they counted us out already. Maybe one, and that one guy is me. Maybe that one fan is me. All other Nets fans, they leaving and they leaving the party. They saying it's over with. Why talk about this year? Let's just talk about the draft picks. I said, don't leave the party. What party am I talking about? The playoff party. We still in the 6th seed. We should stay focused. Yeah. Spence, SRK says Spence, our captain, he needs to take more accountability and start with the hero ball and crunch situations. Again, Cam Thomas fixes that situation. I said all the reasons why. Cam Thomas, you put him in a game, we're going to score. We're going to make the defense react. And then we control the tempo, and then we the ones saying what's what and how we doing it and how their defense does what we want it to do because they reacting to what we want them to do because of Cam Thomas. He makes the defense react. That's what happens when he's on the basket. When he plays basketball. Play him. Let him play basketball. Why are you getting DNPs? Like the players you got in front of him, I understand what you're doing, but not enough for Cam Thomas to get DNPs. Stop it. This is a Cam Thomas reign. If you didn't know. Man. John said that Bucks game showed that we have more depth than we are shown. We should play D. Smith and do DJ with the starters. Hell yeah, man. DDJ on a full court press. I was saying that with Bruce Bryant. Not playing, but Royce O'Neal, DDJ, Royce O'Neal, Mikal Bridges on a 3-quarter press, full court press. What? That's fire. You're a defensive coach. Show me some defensive schemes. Right? You got Brian Keefe next to you. He helped build OKC with KD. Why he assistant coach? Why you ain't know I knew that? What? Put DDJ in the game. You hear the chat. The chat know what they talking about. Shout out to John. This comment is fire. Yo, man, stop playing with me, man. Nets fans is the best fans. We out here, man. What's up? What we talking about? D. Smith. I said, who the hell is D. Smith? He came in, gave us 17 points. I said, what? This guy's nice. And he played both sides of the ball. Okay. What about him? For no other reason but to give Spencer rest. The mistake that Steve Nash made last season, or if it probably wasn't a mistake, is the Brooklyn Nets, KD and Kyrie being in a situation where we had to get to 7th. And because we did, we went straight to the play-in with no time off, no rest, faced a well-rested Boston Celtics. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying what happened. The Celtics were waiting to see who was going to win the play-in and resting while they did so. The Brooklyn Nets were playing basketball, tough basketball, to get in the playoffs. Those games count. And I understand tightening the rotation, but we losing. So I'm upset. I'm upset, Fan Breezy. No, I'm joking. I'm big Fan Breezy. But realistically, I feel like, come on, chat phone. What else? What do y'all see Youngin gotta do? You know, call him. Did you ever come on? What's going on? You know, y'all cool or what? You know, anybody call Cam Thomas and say meet me at the gym? You know, he missing KD and Kyrie. Anybody there for Cam Thomas? You know, protect this guy, man. Protect him, man. Seriously, man. Protect him. Y'all think it's, nah, man. It's not funny, man. Y'all want him to go to a different team, and then I don't want to be the "I told you so" guy. I want to do right by Cam Thomas. I want Sean Marks, and I want the Brooklyn Nets to do right by the draft picks. No championship team is building a culture by not doing right by the draft picks. That is the truest. That's the realest shit I ever said about the Brooklyn Nets. I said it before. Listen, when you look at all of the championship ball clubs, they championship teams because of they draft picks. Am I lying? If I'm not lying, man. Cam Thomas is a draft pick. That's all I'm saying. Yo, what up, Switch Life?
What up? What up?
Yo, you a Cleveland fan, right?
Yeah, what's been going on in the NBA today, man? I only seen one game today. What's been going on around the league?
We lost.
We all play
And,
tonight.
and I'm sorry, I just came off a whole rant about it. Facts. I was
Who y'all play?
excited. We played. Who we played? We played the OKC, the Thunder, on the road. We 3-2 out of the last 5 games. I thought it was a winnable game. You know, I thought we could have
Mikael
won
ain't
it.
go off.
Mikel, nah, he do his thing. He scored 34. He scored 34. We in sixth place after
Yeah,
that.
I think next season, man, he gonna be definitely top 5 small forward, creeping up on the top 3, man.
Shit. I think the Knicks and the Nets gonna fight for 5 and 6. Cleveland look like they're trying to run away with it. I don't know. We can't depend on y'all to lose. Y'all 6-4.
No, yeah,
And y'all won
they
y'all
scheduled
last
us
two.
back to back. They just scheduled us back to back in Charlotte. That's crazy.
We play y'all twice in a back to back. I think next week.
Yeah, it's coming up. Yup, that shit weird.
Nah, I like it because they don't fly nowhere. The back to back is like you stay in the city and you play the same team twice. You ain't gotta fly to another city, so you ain't wild tired. So, you know. Shout to SRK. He said, I think there's some bad blood between JV and Cam. That's why he not playing him. I hope not, man. I ain't gonna feed into that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say
Man,
that.
they probably told the coach to put Cam on the bench, man.
Listen, GMs that are infamous for being great GMs make sure they did right by their draft picks. That's the winning formula. It's the winning formula, man. And I don't think the Brooklyn Nets are exempt from it. I think we got to do right by our draft picks. They did good by giving Jacques Vaughn the bag and did it before the season started for next season. It don't regardless of what happens with this, they seen enough to say that he's our guy, and I'm with them with that. That's why I'm confident. You hear me saying this and that about the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah, we took that L tonight, but it's cool. We good. We learning from it. We turn that L to lessons that we need to learn. You know what I'm saying? Because we had them up. We was up 10 going in the third quarter. The third quarter, they outscored us 20-38. You know what I mean? Pretty much whooped our ass. Pretty much gave us that work because Jacques Vaughn was committed to the three. You can't commit to the three. If it's not falling, it's not falling. Go to the basket. You got players that can go to the basket. You got Ed Sumner. You got Cam Thomas. You got players that could put pressure on the rim that got the midi. We don't have to abandon the midi because we don't have Kevin Durant. And Mikal Bridges proved that he a star. Don't let me up. Don't let me pull your leg, bro. He a star, bro.
Who?
Mikal Bridges.
Oh yeah, he like I said, he top 5 small forward next season, going into the season, definitely.
Mm-hmm. He looked like he might average 30. Yo.
I mean, yeah, he should definitely stay consistent and be around. He should definitely be around 24, 25 next season.
Your avatar funny as
For the
hell.
whole
That's
season.
that's cousin Lucky right there.
Yeah,
That's your app.
he definitely top 5 next season.
Yeah, yeah. Again, I'm glad y'all know that, man, because he make a lot of difference on the. But you can see because he not focused all on defense, his game changed. But him doing what he do on offense is so it's like surprising, like refreshingly surprising. Like, but he's starting to do it so regular that he's always done it with the Brooklyn Nets. I know y'all probably know him as not doing it with the Phoenix Suns, but he's always done it. He's scoring 20 plus. That's what he's doing. Like he's gonna do that. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
I
Like,
just hey, speaking of the Suns, man, I just watched them play. Like, man, that boy DeAndre Ayton need to work on his fundamentals, man. And another thing, man, Monty Williams just got out coached, man. Like, I just watched them lose to the I just watched the Suns lose to the Bucks.
okay. Damn, I think that was a back to back for the Bucks too. Because they played
Yeah, Bucks won.
Sacramento last night. They got into that fight or whatever. You ain't see that?
Yeah, I saw it.
Excuse me, Sacramento, Phoenix 37-32. They in fourth,
Yep.
and they missing KD. They probably would have won if they had KD. That's crazy. Yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Nets fan, I don't. We ain't want that for him. We ain't. Nope. That's not what we ain't on it like that. You know what I'm saying? Not at all.
Would you say Claxton is a top 10 center?
Hell yeah. Even if he number 10, you know what I'm saying? Because
You
yeah,
think
he
he better
can't.
than Miles Turner?
Uh, it's usage. You know what I mean? You know, Miles Turner gonna give you that three. We don't need Clax to give us that three. He hit a midi the other day. The New York went ecstatic, especially Brooklyn Nets fans. It was all over the news. Everybody was talking about the midi. That shit was like, da da. Clax hit a midi. Miles Turner hit a midi on a regular basis. But Clax, that's not his game. But he lead the league in field goal percentage and dunks. One time he did, and he's second in blocks. So
You say he over Porzingis?
or Porzingis, I don't know, man. But again, because I'm a fan, my perspective different. I don't always look at it like, who's the better player. I look at it like
I'm just
career.
going
And
off this season.
yeah, well, this season again, I'm looking at it like a fan because as a fan, I seen Clax coming in as a rookie. He's a draft pick for the Brooklyn Nets, and we all knew as fans that he was nice. The league didn't know because he wasn't getting no minutes, but when he did play, he was great. So this year, being is like a breakout year, one and whatnot, right? He's playing awesome, and we've been wanting to see this. So I'm a fan of just watching his career. So yeah, like if you just say who the better player, you could say Porzingis or definitely debate it. But I'm gonna pick Clax because I'm a fan of the team. I'm a fan of the players on the team. Like, and that's my whole point. When you pulled up, I'm saying that you can't cheat the formula. All the ball clubs that win championships, they build from the draft. All of them. All
Yeah.
of them. Maybe the Lakers didn't build from the draft with LeBron and AD, but besides that, you get my point. If we went and we put it on both sides and how much I'm right about the draft picks and how much I'm wrong about it, trust me, you can't cheat the formula in the NBA, man. You gotta build from the draft. And free agents, the players getting more power. Trust me, they'll come for the bag and lead a team, man. We know it. Nets fans know it, man. So you know, but again, let me ask you this: when LeBron left Cleveland, what was that like? What was the energy in the city? And what was the energy in the city when he came back to play for Cleveland?
Me and my cousin, man, me and my cousin, I remember the night. Look, the night that he made a decision, me and my cousin, we hopped in he had a Bonneville at the time, a Pontiac. We hopped in the whip and we was just driving down the street like LeBron in Miami, LeBron going to Miami. It was crazy, man. But like the average fan was not burning his jersey. What they showed on TV, that's not the average fan. You know what I'm saying? That's the fanatics. Those
Right,
are
extreme.
the fanatics. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. But
So
yeah, I not all right. So what it but when he
at the
came
end of the
back.
day, yeah. Now when he came back, I remember I was up at Lifetime Fitness, and I remember that we signed J.R. Smith and Iman Shumpert, and I was like, yeah, we about to win the championship. I'll never forget that. I'm like, we got them boys from the Knicks. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. Ain't nobody beating us.
Mm, no, I feel you. I feel
We
you.
had Tristan Thompson. He was getting $1 million rebounds. We had Kevin Love, man, Kyrie, Bron.
Mm-hmm. See, Kyrie was a draft pick. Yo,
And then
man,
it's
he
like
draft.
when Bron left the team in 2018, everybody knew he was gonna lead the team.
A
You know what I'm
word.
saying?
That's you knew the vibes.
But then again, you got people like me who understood even at a younger age. I understood the bad relationship between LeBron and Dan Gilbert. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you. I
He
see
ain't
what
pulled
they
the
doing
plug
though.
on the huh?
Nah, I see what y'all doing over there. I see, they got a taste of the championship. They want to be a good team from now on. Like, I think it's some of that with the Nets. We've been a playoff team for the last few years. I think we're gonna continue to be a playoff team. But I can see we not comfortable where we at right now though. I ain't gonna
But
lie.
the energy with the Cavs right now is like the 2016 energy. Like I've been to 5 games this year. Like it's crazy at the games. Like man, I
Yeah,
went to the
no.
Laker game when they came. That everybody gave LeBron a standing ovation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that makes sense though.
But
Well, that makes sense.
Donovan Mitchell, he done brought a new energy to the Cavs. Real talk.
Okay. All right, that's something. Wow. I mean, I feel like going to the games, the energy there is dope. Like the brigade is fire in Brooklyn. They
So
got
what
the
you so what you
brigade. The brigade, like they chant the defense, and then like the whole crowd they chant it after that. You know what I mean? They be yelling stuff when they shooting free throws. You know what I mean? We got Mr. Whammy. You know what I mean? Like we got a culture in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I see it growing, and I think, yeah, man, you still got to build from the draft. If you're building a culture, you got to build from the draft. I don't think
hey, you know
any.
who else? You know who else get that standing ovation when they come to Cleveland?
What you said?
You know who else get a standing ovation when they come to the Cavs? When they come to Cleveland and come to the games?
Cool.
That boy J.R. Smith.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
All
love
right,
they
all
love they love J.R. Smith, man.
right. That's what's up. That's what's up.
God. Yeah.
Yeah, I think y'all.
What you
Yeah, you
what you
think
think next for Cam Thomas though?
uh, minutes? Hopefully, you know. Hopefully, he gets some minutes. Just even if he don't get in a
He said
rotation
minutes.
immediately, like he the sixth
Damn.
man, he ain't got to be the sixth man. Just put him in a rotation, just cause Spence tired. Just for the fact that
Yeah.
Spence need rest, so he could get rest. Like you ain't even got to put him in cause he your favorite player, like Big Fan Breezy and no shit like that. Just cause Spence needs some rest, man. Hold on, I gotta handle this, man. I can't have this shit. He said. He said Nets versus Sixers first round. Sixers and nah, man. I can't even post that next comment, man, because that's all pepperoni and cheese, man. Yo, I don't think they, again, like I said earlier, we the favorite underdogs. not the favorites. We the underdogs, but we the favorite underdogs. I think it's a game. And we just gaining chemistry. You know, we competed with Philly, and y'all barely won that. And the refs apologized to the Brooklyn Nets, say, "Yo, we sorry." Came out with a whole 2 minute drill, like, "Yo, we missed that call when James Harden pushed Spencer out of bounds." Like, all right, I don't think y'all win in 5 games, man. That's a fact. I don't. I think Embiid is a strong player, but it's, yeah,
I think that's the best center stack, man.
why you name your avatar that? Yeah.
Nah, I was on a Clippers trend. It was cooking Ty Lue. I changed my name to that.
Oh man.
But Breezy, like, you really think the
Look,
Nets could beat the Sixers in the first round?
Today, nah, but I think with chemistry, we'll learn how to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. It was really close when we played y'all. You know, it was close when we played y'all. We played y'all. Y'all only won by because Spencer ain't hit that three and he ain't get the foul by the refs, and the refs apologized for it. Like, yo, my fault. We missed that. Like, he did foul him. I mean, he did push him out of bounds, 6 feet out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe I missed that. Like, but whatever. So again, like I
we
said,
play.
man, 6 and 5 is a wild take to me, and that's just to me.
Man,
though.
we play Philly tomorrow.
Oh, that's a tough game.
No,
Damn,
y'all play Charlotte. Y'all play us on. Oh yeah. You're right.
man, who win that game?
Philly. Cause I'm favoring Philly because the Cavs played a back
That's
to back.
cap.
So
That's cap.
what's cap?
Y'all losing tomorrow.
Oh, we'll see.
I wonder what
Spider
fan
going for
dudes.
30. Spider going for 34.
You want to bet that?
Nah, just go to FanDuel, man. Don't make no bets on my page, man. Please. Please don't make no bets on my page, man. Just go to FanDuel. Go to FanDuel, man.
Y'all got the
Go ahead.
best center since Shaq. Y'all gonna lose tomorrow.
Okay.
Yo, I don't know if I had to choose, and I'm being unbiased. Philly and Embiid is just hard to stop, man. I mean, they saying that
Yeah,
he should get
he
MVP and
yeah.
he should have gotten it the season
Oh,
before.
let me ask y'all something about that real quick, man. Let me ask y'all something about that. Okay, the Nuggets lost 4 straight. The Nuggets lost 4 straight, so you know the narrative is about to be it's Embiid or Giannis the MVP now because the Nuggets lost 4 straight.
Yeah, I heard that. Go ahead, talk your shit, Philly fan.
I mean, me personally, I'm gonna say Embiid because if you take Embiid is more valuable to his team than Giannis is. I mean, Giannis got a defensive player of the year on his team. He got another All-Star on his team. Like, he has a better team than Embiid. But if you take what Embiid is doing right now, come on, bro, it's more valuable than what Giannis is doing for his team. I mean, they got the better record, but it's more about who's valuable to their team. And Embiid clearly is valuable to his team more than Giannis.
Who got defensive player of the year?
Giannis, Brook Lopez could win defensive player of the year. He could.
Yeah, 8 blocks or some wild shit the other day when we played him. Shit was crazy.
Wait, he had 8 blocks?
Yeah, that shit hurt.
God damn.
Yeah, that shit was a wild night, man. Shout out to all my Brooklyn Nets fans. This is a safe place. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. To answer that question, who I think will win that, I ain't gonna lie, man. Beat is tough, man. And if he the MVP, I don't know. You know, we played versus Jokic, and when he was off the floor, they went on a scoring drought. They ain't had nobody to score the ball, so he definitely valuable to those Nuggets, man. Those Nuggets wasn't that spicy when he went to the bench, man. He was on the floor.
Jokic is a problem, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Hell yeah. But when he
Did
went
y'all
to
see
the
that
bench, like
stat?
he
He
can't
got
play
like
48 minutes, bro. Like he could be nice as he want. He wasn't playing 48 minutes. And in the fourth quarter, we slowed him down. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I feel
did
like
y'all see that
Jokic
stat?
should get more.
He got 47 kickballs.
I feel like yeah, because they said that I heard Mars break it down on Players Choice. He was saying because he can't reach down because he do that intentionally because he can't reach down because he a big guy and whatnot. But I think
Oh,
he said
for real?
something.
Yeah, I seen the
Yeah, that's
stat.
why
It
he got
said
the
the
kick
next player
balls.
has
Like
17.
that's like a deflection or some shit. Like damn near, you know what I mean? Like you make them start to play over or some shit. So they could consider it defense, but then they say Embiid ain't some stellar guy on defense. But I did see him swat somebody shot. I seen him block a few dunks.
Yeah,
So
he
I don't
blocked.
know, man.
He got John Morant.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I think it's debatable, man. It's debatable, but who wins tomorrow night game between
I mean,
y'all
we
two?
talking about three left. Is
Shit,
he?
that's for third seed.
No, they play more games than us.
I got a question.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I. Hey, I think Embiid is the best 3-level scorer in NBA.
Mm. Wait, what about KD?
yeah, Katie, nice. Well, I'm just saying, if you talking about who presently playing,
I mean, yeah, okay, I
KD
would
can't
agree.
get to the basket like yeah. Tatum can't finish at the rack like that. Like Embiid. I mean, Tatum will dunk on you, but he don't finish at the rack like Embiid.
I don't know, man. It's hard to say who win that game, man. That's gonna be a tough game, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit. So even if Cleveland win, you still saying they gonna be in fourth place because
Yeah, that's gonna be on TV. That's a television.
45 wins. So
We coming. Hey, we coming for that second seed. We coming for seed number 2, man.
hold on. If we go in the playoffs, how you think Cleveland fan switch life? How you feel like the playoffs gonna look? You think the standings gonna look the same like this or no? You see, Philly got the X next to their shit, like they in the playoffs regardless. They in it.
If we play, New York or
I mean,
Brooklyn,
not Philly,
we get
Milwaukee.
into the second round. If we play New York or Brooklyn, we get into the second round flat out.
I ain't jacking that, but
Now after that, I don't know.
I mean, I think Cleveland going they second round exit.
Man, y'all can't beat the Cavs.
So hold on. So you got you saying Switch Life saying that he got Cleveland going second. Y'all going for that second seed.
At
Switch
least.
Life.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
might
All right.
get
You
to the
going for the
second
second
seed
seed.
though. Boston lost a couple close games.
Okay. Okay. What about you? So all right, so you saying second, then y'all will play the seventh seed. All right, so who you
Yeah,
think
we're
y'all
gonna
gonna
beat
be in the
Philly
seventh seed?
tomorrow.
Who you think gonna be in the seventh seed? If y'all second seed, just asking.
Probably the Nets. Probably the Nets. The Nets.
all right, all right, cool. All right, so all right, what about you, Philly fan? How the playoffs look for you? Where you think y'all land at?
I mean, I think we still keep the third seed, and we play the Knicks in the first round. I want the Knicks in the first round.
You think they be the sixth seed?
Yeah, I think they'd be the sixth seed. I want that smoke.
All right. All right.
Y'all gonna lose at least. Y'all gonna lose at least one game in New York for sure.
Yeah, I
For
think it's gonna
sure.
be a 5-game. It's gonna be a 5-game series.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we get the fifth seed. I think we get the fifth seed, and I think we play whoever the fourth seed is. I don't know who gonna be the fourth seed though. To be honest with you, I really don't know. I can't call it. I can't fucking call it. I think Milwaukee stay number one, and I don't trust Boston at number two, man. I don't. I feel like Philly could get number two from Boston, and Cleveland can move to three, and Boston can move to four, or Boston to go to three. I don't trust them at two though. And Cleveland and Philly, I don't know, man. I'm gonna probably say Philly at three and Cleveland at four, and us at five and Knicks at six. Wow. And fifth, and we play fourth. So yeah, we probably play Cleveland first round. Yeah, I think we beat Cleveland in a 6-game series. Probably
Ooh.
a 6-game series. I do give them two. I feel like they play with each other. Oh, they've been on the teammates for the big since the beginning of the season. I give credit to that. I give credit to chemistry and but I do think we get it together. I think y'all win that y'all home games. Since y'all got home advantage, I think y'all probably go up 2-0 and we tie 2-2. And then we try to steal that fifth game, man. Like we trying to steal that and get that fourth win at the Barclays, man. I'm telling you, 6-8. That's in 6, man. First round. Word, man. So I don't know. But tomorrow, I ain't betting on that game, man. That shit too close to call. Y'all really gonna bet on that game? Y'all talking heavy about y'all team like that? Y'all betting that Philly gonna win and Cleveland gonna win?
No, I'm a bet with. I'm gonna definitely put my parlay in for the stats. Like I said, Mitchell going for 30 tomorrow. I'm gonna take Donovan for 30.
30. I hate.
Yeah. Because they got off to a hot start last game. They were smacking us in the halftime. They were smacking us in the first half last game. Then we made our run late. So I don't think we gonna get off to a late start like that again.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. What about? All right, cool. He said Mitchell for 30. What about you, Philly fan? When you got MB, you do the stat thing or no? You bet on Philly?
Yeah, he going for 30. I think he going for 33 and 10.
Oh, oh shit. Yeah, you say ain't gonna do. Hold it down. You say ain't gonna do Jared Allen like that, bro?
Bro, he always bullied Jared Allen. Like that's
Oh
that's
my
his little
god!
kid, bro.
Let me
Go
check
watch his
it out.
highlights.
Nah, I'm gonna go check it out real quick.
Yeah, go check it out. He destroys them every time.
I just want to see something real quick. I gotta see what the head-to-head matchup is. Like, I can't believe he destroyed Jared Allen like that, man. Nah, man. Y'all gotta be joking, right? Gotta be joking. Jared Allen, I thought he was solid defensively, but Embiid is he nice, you know.
Bro, when Jared Allen was playing for the Nets, didn't you see what Embiid did to him in the first round in the playoffs?
Yeah, but that's when he was coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's gotten better, and Embiid has gotten better. So imagine, bro.
All right, damn. Joel Embiid has averaged 29.7, 13.5 boards in 13 games versus Jared Allen. Wow.
So that's literally 30 points.
Yeah, he be giving Jared work. Damn.
He only 6'9", 6'10".
But I don't know, man. They got Mobley over there too, so.
Wait, who's
And
6'9"?
7'1", 300 pounds.
Bro, Jared Allen 6'11".
I don't know, man. We gonna see, man.
Wait, Breezy, he ain't 6'11"? I thought he was 6'11".
I thought he was 6'11" too. I don't think he's 6'9". But yeah, maybe he's just saying that to be
The
funny
best center
because he
since
know
Shaq.
Who? Who the best center since Shaq? Nah,
Embiid.
I don't know, man. You gonna see. And they said that he missed that MVP last season. They said it should have went to Embiid. So I respect
Jared
this,
Allen got
man.
an
I
afro,
don't
man.
doubt
He not
those teams, man. But I just know that the Nets could be good with chemistry. That's
no.
that's
How
the
can it?
only,
Hold on.
huh?
How can
Man,
Embiid get the MVP and he missed 21 games?
nah, you're right. I seen I think the NPA or something like that. They discussed that the award can be awarded to a certain player depending on how many games they play. So they are in talks about that. So
Wait, by the end of the season, he gonna play 60 games, at least
No, I'm
63.
talking about last year. Last year he missed 21 games. So how can he be the MVP?
no, I wouldn't debate that, but I heard that's what I heard. I heard that they said that he should win it, but when you debate the games being played, that matters. I feel like it matters because yeah, you could be great for half of the season. You know what I'm saying? KD used to play great when he played. I think the most he played was like 55 games in one season, but he wasn't the player that played the most games on the team. Like Bruce Brown played more games, Patty Mills played more games, that kind of thing. So you build your team around the players that's most reliable. You want your superstar to be most reliable, but that's not always the case. You know what I mean, so.
Right.
I don't know. What about y'all superstars? Mitchell and Garland, they play a lot of games, and Jared Allen, they play a lot of games, so they miss games.
Mitchell missed a couple games for a stretch, but he been back though. Jared Allen, he
So
always out there. But
okay, so
he been
Mitchell
missing a
play
couple
games,
games
but
though.
okay.
Yeah.
So okay, Mitchell play games, but Jared Allen he be missing some games.
No, I said here and there Jared Allen missed games, but not really though. No.
What about MB, Philly fan? But what about him?
I mean, he had a stretch where he was missing games because he was hurt. He had that foot injury, but I mean, I feel like he's gonna play like 62, 63 games this year.
But yeah, man. I don't know, man. I ain't got no horse in this race, man. I ain't watching the game to bet no money. I'm gonna just watch it for fun, man. I'm just a fan of the game, man. I hope both of y'all teams lose. To be honest, that probably won't happen. You know what I'm saying,
Hey, guess what?
shout to
Guess what?
what?
Ben Simmons is dragging y'all team down.
Yo, man, I went this whole live and then mentioned that guy once.
Wait, he's
But
still in the league?
exactly, man. I know when it come down to winning and what we supposed to do and how we supposed to win, I don't ever mention him no more, man. Just cause he did not putting on a jersey, man. I seen him wear more outfits than jerseys, so I ain't with it. But man, shout to Ben Simmons, man. I hope you find a team that you want to play basketball on. Cause you know what I mean. I don't know. You making a scene. Do you want to play basketball at the Brooklyn Nets? Just wondering. You know what I'm saying. But yeah, man. Shout to Swish Life. He a Cleveland fan. Feel like they, gonna
He
shake
said,
things
"Yo,
up at the playoffs.
Jokic is best center, best all around Jokic."
What you say? Nah, I ain't hear you.
The dude in the
Um,
comment said, "Best center all around is Jokic."
Dominant centers and B SRK. Yeah, I see him. Comments. But yeah, man. Shout to Swish Life and shout to this Philly fan with the getting that Ty Lue. He just got all types of smoke, man. This guy just going in. I can't even defend the guy Ty Lue. Like, yeah, all right, whatever. He ain't shit. Like, I don't care. I got my own problems. You know what I mean? I'm a Nets fan, man. I'm focused on my coach, man. I ain't trying to focus on Tyler. He could be a
I
great
mean,
coach or be a shit coach. I don't know.
I feel like every coach got they kind of problems where they kind of holding their teams back because they're not playing certain players. Like it's literally every coach right now. It's not just one coach. Like the same thing you was complaining about with Jack Vaughn. I feel like Doc
Salute.
Rivers is doing the same shit.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I mean, but yeah, shout to y'all, man. And shit, man. I guess one of y'all gonna win. So whatever. We'll see what happens. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying? Tomorrow night's game. You know, if y'all out here, y'all probably be somewhere recapping or something. I mean, I don't know if I'm pulling up. I might, but I definitely probably should see the highlights of that. And I'm interested to see what if the standings move around before next time I see y'all, because it's tight between 3 and 4. I think 5 or 6 going to toggle, and I think 3 and 4 going to toggle, and maybe even 2, 3 and 4 is going to toggle. But we'll see, man.
Yeah. Well, who y'all play next?
We play Sacramento Kings at home. We just came off a road trip from 5 games. We was 3-2. Tough loss to OKC tonight. We wanted that game, and we, come back to the Barclays on Thursday. So, we get a chance to get some rest, to focus on rest, and then hopefully playing some players. Even if you want to play the young players on the road, play them at home. We about to have a 10-game homestand. We need that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we got the Kings next. You know what I mean? Brooklyn is the county of Kings, so we ready for the Sacramento Kings. Shout out to all the fans, especially the Nets fans, because Nets fans is the best fans. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to the chat. Thank y'all. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.
One.